back to King's Crossing, episode 13 on this one. I am rejoined by Mr. Pickles, the voice actor behind the character Grunkle. We have Daisy, the voice actor behind the character Carwin, and we have Fred, the voice actor behind the character Torvik. We are back rejoining them in the north. Well, really the Midlands of the Freelands of Phalion, of Alderaan, of the Forgotten Realms. I know my setting. Okay, so after escaping the Hunger Shades across a stony bridge spanning a massive chasm, the Lost Sons convoy left in complete disarray. The cargo wagon carrying all their supplies, also 2 of their horses, also Jeremy, the scribe, and Wilfer's body, plummeted into the abyss. Torvik stood alone on the stone bridge as the blizzard closed in around him, working until the last minute to destroy the bridge. With success, this secured their escape from the Hunger Shades, but severed their path back to Arwen's Rest. Now, with only a prison wagon and no supplies, they are truly alone in the north. So just to remind you guys, there is Grunkle, Carwin, a new join to this caravan, Torvik, Titus, the kind of stable hand of the Lost Sons, a woman who is traveling with him on Titus was the driver of your guys' prison wagon that you guys had interacted with a couple times. There was a woman who was traveling next to him that you guys never talked to or interacted with much. Radek, a guy that you had met, he was the quartermaster of the Lost Sons. He was driving the cargo wagon. He is currently in a catatonic state after taking a massive attack from the Hunger Shades. Jess, another character of the Lost Sons that you guys have met, she is the medic of the group. She is actually doing pretty well. She's thanks to the efforts of Carwin. Jess is none too worse for wear. Neil Thandir, also with the group. You guys had some interactions with him. That is the current remaining members of this caravan. Sir Gregory, Cassandra Blackheart, Kylie, and Solomon, all missing in action. Oh, and Jeremy killed in action. That is where you guys currently find yourselves as we move forward from this bridge. Now, taking a final moment of rest and kind of just a moment to catch your breath after the bridge collapses, snow and just a mountain of debris and smoke and rubble just explodes from this collapsing ancient bridge that has stood here for ages and ages. Torvik alone walks away from the explosion. Obviously, you know, cool men don't look back at explosions, or however the saying goes. Torvik's just walking away, pitchfork in hand, from this collapsed bridge. As the prison wagon is pulled off to the side, now that you guys are in a safe space, they decide to set up a camp. You guys haven't slept, you've been on the run, everyone's adrenaline is going to start crashing, you know, exhaustion's going to set in, just the mental and physical toll that is taken on your bodies is going to catch up with you really soon. So they decide to pull over, set up a quick camp. Now, camp is not great. They do not have supplies. So as you guys can see on screen, it's basically a campfire that you guys were able to put together amidst just the elements. Grunkle, while you are in a state of unrest, you are not going to take any negative effects from this. You have a specific feature that allows you to camp out in these kinds of conditions.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Because I went to go look at that. I'm going to post it if I can.
Of course.
How you do that. Post.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it says in the book, is that if my peril condition track moves all steps positively to unhindered.
Nerves of steel, When resting in unsafe places, your peril condition track moves all steps positively to unhindered. Grunkle, do not do so yet, but after tonight's rest, your peril condition is going to go back to unhindered because you specifically have the feature Nerves of Steel. That's insanely powerful. Well done. Who knew that was going to come in so clutch?
Yeah, I can take a lot of self-esteem damage, but I can also repair it through the power of sleeping in the snow with my buddies.
I know,
camping.
That's crazy. Like, you would...
Can I eat some of the snow?
In this instance, it would be like everyone finds a tavern and this like lavish beds, and you're like, nope. I'm gonna sleep outside. And it's better for you.
I mean, because camping is fun, and
just maybe like having that sleeping out under the stars, you know, kind of regathering yourself. I get that.
We don't need to actually have beer to have fun, everybody. We can just grab a bunch of snow and mud and pretend.
I was almost gonna make that a hot take for social media, but you went weird with it at the end.
Yeah, because Grunkle can eat mud, but...
Okay, so after tonight, you'll be able to move that up. We're not going to do that yet. However, the rest of you, we're going to... Basically, when you guys go to rest tonight, it's not going to be in a safe condition. It's not under, you know, a roof. It's not with a warm bed or anything like that. So there's going to be some difficult rest ahead. But you guys find yourselves at this little makeshift camp. Very makeshift. It's not, you know, well put together, like I said. It's a very exhausted group of both Lost Sons and player characters that you guys see around you. Actually, I'm gonna have the Lost Sons roll. Who is their best? Their scouts and trackers are all gone. Who is their best hope to find a good campsite for you guys? I need someone with a good survival. We might be...
Oh, how about Jeremy? Oh.
He's dead, yeah. Anyone? Okay.
Just trying to remember characters.
Yeah, no, you're good. I wasn't even scrolling down far enough to see the survival check. Okay, 1, 2, no. 3, no. You have one last hope. Okay. You might not be able to find a very good campsite. No.
The best.
I'm going to pitch it... Carwin, you are able to see the Lost Sons. I see you raising your hand. You are able to see the Lost Sons. They're kind of rolling this wagon along, and it's like the bridge is still in sight. Torvek's walking up to you guys, right? Like they're just kind of rolling along, maybe even stopped at this point, and you can see them kind of looking around. They're very obviously you're aware that they're trying to find somewhere to just park. Do you want to attempt to try and find a camping spot? I'm going to roll for them. I cannot guarantee a good roll.
I have it trained, so...
You are a better hope for this group than any of them right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have 4 fortune points?
You have 4 fortune points. You have amount of players plus 1. Oh, speaking of which, I was going through and editing episode 3 recently. And in episode 3, there was a point where Pickles asked me, hey, do our fortune points reset for this episode? I said, nope, good luck. I was entirely wrong. They were supposed to. I noted it in the episode. A little box is going to pop up. Be like, Wrath is wrong. So just so you know, you guys had a harder time in episode 3 because I'm an idiot.
So it's not Pickles was right. We're not celebrating. We're
not celebrating that Pickles was right. Yeah, my bad. I already edited it. So next time.
Yeah, next time I'm right. Yeah.
So Carwin, you're wanting to roll. It is going to be you're from these lands. This is your home area. I'm going to give it to you at a routine check, a survival check. Okay, you needed a 69 or less. Nice. You got an 80. That is a fail. Would you like to reroll?
Yeah. Yes, I will.
Okay, got a 45. That is a success. Well done. Okay, so as the Lost Sons are sitting there, like, looking around, like, oh, God, like, you're going to notice not on the road, but off to the right, like, a little ways off the road, you're going to see a small, the trees start to thin, but they create, like, a backdrop, and then you've got this view ahead of you. You're basically going to see it here on the screen, to where you've got the trees at your back, kind of giving you some shelter. It's open in front of you. It's not perfect. but it gives you a sight line to where if anything tries to come at you, you'll be able to get a good view of them. So it's pros and cons, but it's the best of what you're gonna find at this moment. You find this camping spot. They're gonna just pull the prison wagon in, be able to park it just off to the side. Grunkle and Torvekic, unless you guys do anything different, they're basically just gonna kind of usher you guys over and have you sit next to the prison wagon. They're not putting you back inside, but they're just having you sit like next to it, kind of lean your backs up against it, giving you a break. Unless you want to argue differently. Now, as we're doing this, don't forget, Grunkle, as far as I know, you're still holding Carwin in a princess. That's where we left off. You were holding her in a princess type manner, and she just kind of pointed and she was like, that way. And then Torvekic, you're going to be rejoining them here in just a second. So I guess Grunkle, it would really be up to you at this point. Do you kind of follow their lead to take a seat next to the prison wagon, or do you have something else in mind?
Yes, I do have something else in mind. So Grunkle is moderately wounded right now from the fight with the peasants, and has been enduring a little bit of pain on top of his emotional issues.
Trauma.
Grunkle would be kind of whispering, hopefully, mostly like Carwin would hear, but maybe anybody else that's near. Grunkle need help. Grunkle's still hurt.
Currently, as it stands, Titus is driving the wagon over. Nealthandir is probably carrying Radic alongside Jess. And Selby...
Uncle not as wounded as that guy.
Yeah, I just gave away her name, but it's fine. The other woman would probably be walking up as well. She would look to you, the woman that you guys have not interacted with, and she would be like, did you take an injury? What's wrong?
Grunkle kind of so big that sometimes he can't see where his injuries are. If I know something hurts, and I'll kind of do a slow spin around while still holding Carwin unless Carwin commands disembark.
It's all good.
You're fine, but I'm not.
As soon as Jess is available, I can make sure that she comes and has a look. It looks like you currently have an arrow sticking out of your chest.
Oh, yeah.
If I remember correctly. Comments,
Yeah,
let me know.
That's about right. I was wondering why my chest hurt.
Like, personally, I don't do so well with injuries like that, but I'm sure Jess could concede to you here in just a moment if you're okay, Grunkle.
Yes, sure.
Okay. At this, the prison wagon will stop, and once again, this woman will kind of usher for you to take a seat.
I'll take a seat.
Okay. You still holding?
Carwin, do you want to be equipped, or do you want to be sitting in the mud or snow?
I will bramble out of his arms and sit next to him.
Word choice. Well done. Okay. So you're gonna take a seat next to him. It looks like for right now, Jess is gonna be tending to Radic, trying to figure his situation out. It looks like Nealthandir is gonna stand up. He's gonna look over at you. That's what I'm trying to say. And then he's gonna look to Torvekic, who is now walking up to the group. Torvekic, do you want to rejoin your friends? What is your plan?
I'm gonna kind of like stumble over to next to the prisoner wagon and kind of just sit down heavily with the pitchfork across my legs.
Yeah.
So is anyone else tired from that shit show? Or is it just me?
Yes. Very.
I have many questions. Unknown if there is any answers, but there's many questions. Like, What the fuck was that?
Well, Uncle think he know what we're dealing with.
Grunkle, not to be too overly offensive, but I think you might have done enough for one day.
Hunger shades.
The fuck is a hunger shade?
Monsters.
No shit.
I take arrow out. Heal?
Do you speak in complete sentences?
Yeah, wait, who are you
Yes?
again? Sorry, I've done too
Making
much.
sure. Sorry. I am tired. I get surly when I'm
Carwin.
tired.
I'm Carwin.
Gorvaki.
Hello. Heal?
Are you looking at Grunkle when you say that? Okay,
Arrow
yes,
out?
because yeah, it's kind of a thing that I'm going through right now. Do you know how to do this, or are you just gonna yank it out?
I heal.
Okay, not really answer the question, but sure, why not? If you're able to do so, maybe this is what Grunkle deserve. And then I'll
What
like get in a position where you can yank the arrow out.
Grunkle,
What
is that a white
difficulty would
streak
that
in
be?
your hair? Where did you get hair?
Hey, Grunkle has hair.
Sorry, I can't see it from all the way down here.
Grunkle's self-esteem has been taking a blow, so he bleached a strand, whatever.
Usually I can't see it from down here, but now it's kind of long. It's got a streak through it.
Grunkle
really
recently
weird.
stopped at Hot Topic and got some really cool clothing that represent his spirit.
We already made this joke.
Did we?
It's
Yes.
never getting not funny though.
We've already made this joke.
We're gonna keep making it until Grunkle's spirit rises, and then he'll have a nice polo
All right,
shirt.
everyone
and he'll
goes
be
to bed. No. Okay. So Carwin, you're gonna attempt to heal Grunkle.
Mhm.
Okay. I wish you the best of luck. You still have your inventory. Do you have any supplies on you that would help in this?
rope to tie to the arrow to yank.
I have
not a
a
tooth.
nondescript survival kit.
What does that mean, Raph?
I don't know. It came in our character. Hang on. Includes fishing
Oh, it does say
line,
what it has
rod and
on it.
hook, sleeping roll with blanket, compass, flint and tinder, and a mess kit. You could set it on fire.
Which part are you meaning?
The flint and tinder. I don't know. I was trying to use one of those items.
Yeah, please
Yeah.
don't set my ogre's
I don't want to do that.
chest arrow
That
on
would be
fire.
I mean,
more
his
than
chest hurts, so if you set his pants on fire, he won't complain about his chest. You know.
Okay, that's like my only item right now.
It's true. So, do you have any other items that would help you in this circumstance?
Well, looks like the medicine I have is very specific, so
Okay.
not
You
really.
don't have any like painkillers?
No,
Don't have
that
any
would be
like
very useful.
what kind of
I have
doctor
water.
are you again?
Fabric,
I
Um,
swear,
and
if you're an
rope.
eye doctor,
Okay. She's an eye doctor and just like, I got you. The only thing I will say is you have plenty of ice and snow around, so you can numb it, like, to that regard.
I don't believe that's true.
You don't think there's a lot of snow?
Oh,
No.
I wasn't feeling the cold.
Yeah, I don't believe
Yeah.
it. You think you could. Runkle, might feel differently.
Grunkle's eating snow.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that. So.
Yeah, I think you did ask
He's
if you
also
could eat snow.
topless.
You can't eat snow. You are topless. But Grunkle is. Torvekik might be. I don't know. That's his choice.
No, they probably left Torvekik with his clothing, right?
Specifically, we're taking Grunkle's shirt, but we're leaving Torvekik's on.
Can I bug Jess or something? Since she's
You
busy, can I
absolutely
get
could.
supplies from her?
Oh, okay, goodbye. I'll just keep my hair here. Fading into the backdrop.
What does Jess have that could help?
Oh no.
Isn't she the medic?
You think they just carry everything in her pocket? Oh,
Yes.
did they have a wagon it was all on? Oh, someone threw the wagon off a bridge. My bad.
I vaguely recall trying my best to save that wagon, but now it feels like I threw it off because I couldn't save it.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
Worst
So
hero.
you want to approach Jess? What do you say to Jess?
Heal Green Man. He has arrow.
You're gonna have to pack some
Carry
snow on
that.
it and pull it out. Is it all the way through?
No.
The arrow go through.
No.
Oh, good.
I think so.
Wrath, as not a medic, is trying to think if it's more damaging to pull it out or to shove it all the way through, piercing a hole through his back to get it out. Does anyone know which one?
Okay,
That would be worse. Because
This is
that
where
would be-
Fred knows.
Back in the day, depending on where it was, usually the practice was to push it all the way through.
That's what I thought, but yeah, you would have to push it. Yeah, okay. So
Because so they'd break the shaft off
Mhm.
Oh,
and then push it all the way through.
Yeah,
Because if you
God.
tried to pull it out,
you're gonna
it would
hook
get
and pull.
stuck, and you would have to
Yeah.
Yeah,
rip and tear to get the rest of the way out.
like it's
So
not.
depending on where it was easier to just push it the rest of the way through.
It's not gonna
Now,
be
also
easy.
just have a piercing now, so it's like it's an art thing.
There was a British king. There was a British king that took an arrow to the face, and they had to pull it out instead of all the way through, and it was not good.
Oh god, because
Gross. It's not gonna be pretty. Numb it as best you can with the snow. Shove it through. Quick and easy. You understand me?
Yes. Ouch.
Yeah, big ouch. He's a big lad though. I think he can take it. I hope. I don't know.
Yes.
He seems sad. Maybe cheer him up. Tell him a joke or something when you do it.
Joke.
Joke. I don't know any jokes. Just maybe slap him across the face. That'll like shock him and then do it. He won't be ready for it. Just don't let him bite you.
Okay.
Okay.
No bite.
She turns back to Radek, who you can see is just 1,000-yard stare, straight up as he's laying back in the snow.
I'm gonna follow Jess's advice.
Okay. I am going to need a heal check from Carwin. Now, Carwin, you don't have any supplies. You don't have much going for you here. You can numb it with ice. So this is going to go from a hard check to a challenging check.
Okay.
Okay. That is basically all the help I can give you.
Yeah. Oh.
You need a 41 or less. You got an 84. Would you like to reroll?
That's up to Grunkle. I think. Yeah.
She goes, "Psh." He's like, "Arr! You want me
What
to try
the
again?"
hell? Oh, you're trying to push it through. Yeah, you gotta push harder.
Alrighty.
Okay, you need a 41 or less. You got a 50. Would you like to
Not
reroll?
diagonally. Just push it straight through.
Grunkle is telling you how to heal. That's not a good day.
Gokul's seen this before. He not know how to do it, but you're doing it wrong for sure.
Right.
Would you like to reroll?
I don't want to use 3.
Got a 41% chance to help.
What do we think, everybody?
Wrath is going. Okay, so if you don't do this, Wrath is going to mock you later and say, "Well,
Very
if
true.
only you had given me
Very
an
true.
extra point."
I did do that. That's true.
And if you
Okay.
do use it, Wrath is going to say, "Well, you shouldn't have given me so many points."
Mm. I think you should
True.
base this on what would Carwin do in this situation. Would you keep trying to shove it through, or
Are you trained? Are you an actual doctor?
A little bit.
Push like you're an actual doctor.
let's go? Very well done.
The inspiration I needed.
Shoves it through. It breaks through, piercing out his back. You now have 2 holes in your body. Well, additional holes. You've already been scarred a lot in this
It's my
adventure.
bad shoulder, yeah.
It really is. And she shoves the arrow through, is able to snap it off, and pulls it out. Grunkle no longer has an arrow through his arm and didn't take any extra damage from the surgery. You do notice that she quickly rips it out, tears it out, pushes it through, and then compacts both sides with handfuls of snow and ice. You don't really feel it, though.
Better?
No, Groku would kind of like some of the good stuff, what you carry in barrels. Do you know barrels? You put beer in
Barrels.
it. Yeah, wood circles.
Beer. Yes.
Grunkle just misses his barrel, that's what he wants.
Who are you again, Carwin?
Carwin.
You didn't really explain it. Are you one of the lost sons?
Them?
Yeah.
No. Carwin.
Grunkle has a point. You show up out of nowhere, stuff attacks us.
And you're not an actual licensed doctor.
That's the most
I not-
important part.
Cage you. No prison.
Well, yeah, but, I mean...
At least we know them. What exactly are you doing?
At this point, you'll hear the woman who was speaking with Grunkle earlier speak to you from the prison cage behind you. As she's up there scrubbing out the blood. And you'll hear her be like, actually, I'm curious too. Where did you come from? Were you with all those people?
No. Woods. I come from woods.
That's not a place. You don't just
That
get to be from the
clarifies
woods.
that clarifies things very well. Thank you. Appreciate
Everybody
it.
from place. The wood's not place.
It's a place.
It is definitely a place, but it's a lot of places to be fair.
Yeah.
Hunting shades.
So you are hunting the things that attack us.
Yes. Tracking.
Okay.
Follow.
Just you or like friends? Because Grunkle kind of see how your bow work. You're not very good at hurting.
Carwin. Only. Always alone.
Oh, like Grunkle. And like Torvekik.
Other man. Alone? How?
Well, you see, a while back, Grunkle not be part of his tribe anymore, and he go off and go to a bar where he meets Torvekik, who is still of his tribe, but for some reason not really welcome around there right now.
Says fucking who?
Says Grunkle, who know that you value your dwarven heritage, but yet you're over here, not with them.
By my own choice, thank you very much.
Yes, you keep saying you're going on like a a voyage to get all of the beer in the world, and you've had
Yes,
one.
I left my home to
Screw.
go get all the ale so I can open up my own bar back at home. And now look where the fuck I am.
Uncle think that likely story. And so, if you're a loner kicked out, I'm a loner kicked out, then, Carwin, you must be loner kicked out from your tribe.
Drunk.
You-
And Torvik just holds up 2 fingers.
Grunk will
Exiles?
understand.
Exiles?
No, well, not exile, but more like
I
when
am
you
not
can't
exiled.
return.
I can return whenever I want.
Yeah, but
Carwin, no exile.
okay.
Well,
So
I
you
could
have-
have returned whenever I wanted, but now I'm stuck here with you guys because you killed someone and I had to kill someone to protect myself, and now I'm in this cage with you and fuck you.
In? Outside.
Oh.
It's metaphorical at the moment. I'm sure we will put back in there before we leave.
Grunk not deserve fuck you. Grunk, Grunk will always try to do the best he can, Torvekik, and if you can't see that, this snow is not working at all. And Grunkle's just gonna start crying.
Don't worry. He gets emotional these times.
I worry.
Probably best, yes. Nothing I can do about it. I don't have anything. I have a pitchfork. Which
I
I'm
gave you
surprised
that
they let me keep.
pitchfork.
What did you say? I can't hear you over the whining.
I said I gave you that pitchfork after I took it off of a dead peasant's body that maybe you killed. I don't remember.
Thank you for that, Torvek. Torvek, thank you. Thank you, Grunk.
You kill people?
I am soldier.
I'm Grunkle.
They attacked us. We don't know what for. So we killed them.
Prison.
Well, yeah, the
No,
reason
this
for the
was
prison,
after we were
but-
in the prison.
Yeah, this is when we were in prison. We were attacked by a bunch of peasants who wanted to take prison, and Grunkle is berserker of the Rockar Legion, proud warrior legion. Not quite up to proud warrior legion level, actually. They're here. Grunkle, like here. Well, Grunkle still only know one thing: fight, drink, eat.
So, for some reason, the cart broke through the ice, ended up with hole.
Yeah.
We went through hole. Gronko gets out, fixes cart. Before they put us back in cage, people attack. Don't know
Yep.
why. They didn't exactly tell us until I was in the middle of stabbing one through the chest with a pitchfork.
When they pitch you, you take pitchfork and pitch them back. It's the rule of the
I do not catch, I only pitch.
that weird thing to bring up right now, Torvek.
God damn.
Grunkle talking about combat, and you're talking about your thing.
Talking about what? I thought we were still talking about combat.
Oh, sorry, Grunkle misunderstood.
I don't get stabbed, I stab.
I'm curious, while their back and forth is going on, I'm curious on the inner monologue going on in Carwin's head as the people you were trying to save ran out to this group and were massacred by them.
Wondering if I've made a mistake. It sounds like they're speaking in tongues because I don't understand like any of the things they're saying.
Yeah,
Any
they're
of the
not being
things
very
they're-
clear about it. You've also joined the
Anything.
2 party members who also speak broken common.
Yeah.
So you got 3 people who all speak broken common trying to communicate.
I mean, we're the perfect group for each other. We're all
It's great. I didn't even realize that until just now. Like all
We're the
3 of you
Monster
spoke
Squad.
I
broken.
did.
Oh, that's
I'm trying.
well done, DM. All right. Okay.
This is another one of those shorts, isn't it?
yeah, probably. What happens when you put 3 people who all common is not their first language?
So, we don't know why they attacked us, but they started swinging swords. They didn't explain. We did not start fight. The people carrying us started fight.
Wait, that's
Yeah,
not quite
you know,
true, Torvekik, in the sense that we think we found out that they were fleeing from the, from bad vibes.
Yes.
Yes, they had an awful time to interject as I was stabbing one to the chest.
They don't speak as good common as we do.
I love that bad vibes
Yes, I'm
is now
sure that is the
common
reason.
terminology in this land.
I'm sure that was the reason, Crackle.
You said the
Green-
bad vibe shades?
Green Man right. They're
Say what now?
running.
Well,
Yes.
so they were running from
We
monsters.
figured that out after the fact, that they were running, yes.
We only
Makes me
killed like
regret
5.
it, but, I mean,
Only?
To be
Okay.
fair, just to correct you here, there was like 200 that came running out, or 250 or whatever we decided, 150. You guys don't know numbers. They came running out. They remember I said that they were kind of splitting into 3 groups. One was going after the first wagon, one was going after the second wagon, and then one was kind of holding back. So while we in combat, you guys fought like 5, it was more like 20 that you guys were just stabbing down, as it was just them
Yeah.
coming running at you. Just so
Grunkle-
you understand.
Grunkle always downplays his massacres.
Yeah, well, that's fair. Yeah, the Lost Sons were fighting a bunch. You guys were fighting some, and then the monsters came and cleared out the rest of them.
There's
Just
like 5.
so
reiterate.
it is regretful what we had to do, but at the time it seemed like the best option. We did not want to die either, and that seemed like there were bandits coming after us. You have to be careful on these roads. Now I think more than ever, apparently.
Yes. Careful.
Sorry if bridge meant something to anyone, but figured best option. No kill like over.
Torvekik, is it normal for dwarves to become affectionate towards structures?
Yes. No, okay.
You're
Uncle, think about this. We spend hundreds of years building things, stone by stone, blood, sweat, and tears.
Brick by
Would you
brick.
not get affectionate with something?
Grunkle think he understand how you feel, actually.
This is
Uncle
why
laugh.
argument about tunnels is never a good thing to start with dwarf.
See, but there's
What dwarf?
I'm dwarf.
he's dwarf. That's what he calls himself. It's his thing. It's not offensive.
That's their word.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he wants to be called as his
Still
race.
worked.
What do other people call you?
The Rockar Legion has many slurs that Grunkle chooses not to use because he's a progressive and small ogre.
Don't know what else you would call it.
Yeah, like
The
they're
Rockar
dwarves, but
Legion.
only they can call themselves dwarves. Everyone else just has to call them Torvekik.
Slightly taller than little people.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
I like to think the Rockar Legion just enters these territories and has the most egregious sounding slurs for the races that they're conquering.
Don't make
So-
that canon, then I have to roleplay that.
Nobody would understand.
I'm gonna
It's
get
in their
canceled
language.
by some fantasy people.
They'd be just like, you're a Grunkle. And you'd be like, oh no.
And some elvish translator is gonna come up and be like, "You're done." I'll be like, "I didn't know what I was saying."
So, do you have any information for us about how to kill these things? Or if rage meant something to someone that I must apologize to? You know, I've been apologizing to a lot of people lately. First it was Forest God, now it might be Dwarf that built bridge.
While this conversation goes on, I am going to need a couple checks, none of which from Grunkle. Torvekik and Carwin. I believe this would apply to both of you. Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys are going to both need to roll me a stress test for enduring the elements, as your current campsite is not protecting you from them.
So,
Oh, okay.
dwarves
You're
are
the
technically hardy, but I don't know if that's something you would want to... If they
I
would be
don't-
hardy against this
Yeah,
cold.
I don't think you have anything that's going to help you against this specifically.
Okay.
What is your dwarven
Uh,
ability?
Remember, he's really
Dwarven
good at
ability?
combat.
Yeah, because like I have rot gut spray and cast iron stomach as my 2 ogre abilities.
I don't know if I actually have any abilities like that.
You have to have one.
It's that combat stuff that we were talking about that made you so good at combat.
Oh,
I took on an extra
Dwarven
drawback.
warfare and stuff.
Yeah. Let's see. Grunkle. Grunkle, what was yours?
I have rot gut spray.
Rock gut spray.
That's the
and
one I
cast iron
rolled, and
stomach, right?
I begged you for cast iron stomach, and you said, "Okay, take a drawback," and I was like, "Yes, sir."
Yeah, you had to do that. And then so Torvekic, yours are shield wall and dwarven warfare.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Did they take my pipe?
I was wondering about your pipe recently. I was going to talk to you about that. I will assume that it is still on your person, probably tucked into like your tunic or something.
It's my barrel tucked into my tunic.
I'm gonna.
It's
pull
almost
it out.
like
Pull it.
all the supplies they took from you guys. I wonder where all that was stored.
Yeah, definitely on the supply cart that went falling off a cliff.
I realized that during this episode. Your guys' gear would have been stored on the cargo wagon.
Or we can retcon that, make it like there was a box under the front seat of the cart that has our stuff in it.
Maybe,
So
who
they stored
knows?
They stored all of our weapons underneath the prison.
Yeah,
thing,
it's
so
on the wagon
so that
with
we
you
could just
guys.
reach underneath and grab our cargo and be like, "Oh, that's a nice shotgun."
Right.
Well, who would think that's where you would store it?
Yeah, who would think? Okay, I've rolled for which wagon they would have stored it in. I am going to keep that roll. So, Torvekic, you're huddled up, and we're gonna say that you're sat right next to Grunkle, so he's blocking a lot of the elements for you because we've established canon. Grunkle counts as full cover.
I'll put my arm around him too if he lets me. It's like a heated weighted blanket.
If Torvekic, it's entirely up to you, but your exhaustion is starting to set in, and you might not just care to even, or like you do care, but you're like too tired to even try and like fight him right now.
Yeah, that's basically where I'm at. I just took down an entire bridge after fighting who knows how much stuff and almost falling off a bridge.
Yeah, a couple times. Okay, so you're enduring the elements, all right. Carwin, you're starting to shiver, you're starting to freeze. However, you rolled a 3 on your peril damage. What is your peril threshold?
It's right below stress.
Yeah, let's see. It is 7.
7? Okay. 3 does not beat it, so you're shivering, but you're not taking any kind of mental damage or anything right yet. There was something else I was going to say.
Another arm to like I've got a dwarf in one arm.
I'll
You can survive
take
the
him
elements.
up on the offer.
Snuggle up next to the ogre.
Grunkle's warm.
Okay. You guys may resume your conversation. Continue on as you were going. At this point, Jess is going to step over, and I rolled for her to come over. She is going to come over. She's going to take a look at the wound on Grunkle. And as you guys are talking, she's just going to be like, "Hey guys, I'm Jess. If I didn't introduce myself, sorry to interrupt. Grunkle, are you okay if I look at that?"
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly.
All right. She's going to get in.
in.
She's gonna look it over. She's gonna again pick up some snow, kind of keep it compacted. She'll probably your hand's taken. She'll grab Torvekic's arm and put it to Grunkle's breast to hold the snow and like compact it on there.
Just stop. No, that's not working. Grunkle not feel cold ever. Now.
What? Are you in shock?
No. Well. Maybe. When Grunkle go under ice water, Grunkle feel like fish, not cold.
I hate that everyone speaks in broken common.
Fish?
Grunkle feels like a fish. Okay.
Well, because you imagine, fish are in the water, but they're not cold. And I fell in the water with Torvekic, and I came out, and I just felt fine.
Grunkle,
The snow,
I mean,
not work. There's no numbing.
Grunkle, I don't mean anything mean by this. I've never worked on your kind. Do your people normally not feel cold?
No. Ogre can be very finicky about temperatures.
Okay.
Grunkle not really that great of an ogre. Kind of
Like it.
confused why this is the case actually. Uh, like Grunkle might be chosen one of the.
Of the what,
I
Grunkle?
don't know.
I heard you
Oh,
yelling
don't
out, "Year
worry.
of the Grunkle."
Yeah.
Don't worry, there's a bunch of fey magic involved. You don't want to.
What do
Fey
you mean
magic?
fairy magic.
Yeah, we killed something big and scary on top of a hill, mountain, ice thing. It might have come from that. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Grunkle absorbed a lot of fey magic. Yeah.
I
It
think you
was like
both might
some.
be in a state of shock. The Fae are a myth.
No,
Guys,
they're
that's
not
a
a
that's a
myth.
story we tell our children to keep them indoors at night.
You
Grunkle
believe what
defeated
you
a
want to
being.
believe. I don't care, to be perfectly honest with you.
Its name was Irathalndir. Irathalndir. And
Nealthandir will turn around and be like, "Well,
no, not you, not you.
you called
Anyway,
me."
it was big thing back at town. How have you not heard about this? I could have sworn there was a celebration about us.
No, I think we got really drunk and
We weren't
Well,
really
I know we
around for the
got drunk.
celebration, Torvekik.
Oh, that I guess that makes sense. I
Yeah.
guess.
Well,
Well, it was a good time. There was lots of drinks.
anyways,
Well-
doctor, is there anything you can do without like because the ice isn't working? Grunkle think you need traditional like pills or something.
unfortunately, my med kit was. Sorry, I'm getting choked up. I'm just so sad, and I'm looking at your naked body is just getting to me.
Really naked, but
My med kit was on the other wagon, but
But you,
are you still feeling pain? Because it seems like what was your name, hun?
Carwin.
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 It seems like Carwin actually took care of this pretty well. She it's pretty clean breakthrough here. Are you feeling any pain, Grunkle, or are you okay?
is Grunkle feeling pain?
No. Remember she pulled it out without any further damage or any pain.
Well, I guess not. I just Grunkle hear words like infection and get concerned.
right. Does anybody have anything to clean my wound with? It's not major. It's just basically a scratch, but infection is not
You're injured too?
unboggy.
Water? Clean?
Yeah, Jess will pull out her water skin. She'll be like, "We need to be careful with what we have left, but you can use some to do a quick rinse."
Up to you. If you think it's best to use it on this or best to keep it, I don't mind either way. I just don't want to get infected.
We should arrive tomorrow, so we don't have too much further to go. So, unless you guys are, you know what, Carwin, you have a water skin. Are you okay sharing it?
Yes.
Okay. If you guys are okay, I mean, get some drinks and do a quick rinse of your wounds. Don't use too much of the water. Just a good splash and kind of rub it out as best you can. Don't take anything from that in any other sort of way. And it should be enough. And then once we get there, I can make sure that I come back and I'll get some better gear, and I'll come back and double check your wounds, make sure that we bandage them up properly. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Question. Do you think there's any way for us to go get the stuff from the other cart, or do you think it went through the ice?
You would all be very well aware, mostly Carwin and Torvekik, that drop, there was a deep ravine that you couldn't see the bottom of, and to scale down and scale back up would take gear that you guys don't have.
And isn't there a bridge in the way that we just?
You just dropped a bridge on top of it. That is
Oh, yeah.
true.
Yeah, that might make a difference.
That is true.
Oh yeah.
Like, if we can't have it, no one can. Okay, Jess is gonna finish up what she's doing. She's gonna head back over and keep tending to Radic, who you've seen no change in. Just a quick catch up. Neothandir seems to be on watch. He seems to be kind of keeping an eye out. Titus and Jess are going to be playing a game over the top of Radic's comatose body. So he's laying in between, and they're kind of using him as a table and playing a game over the top. Seems like some kind of gambling game. Selby has finished kind of scrubbing, using her water skin and scrubbing the blood as best she can out of the prison wagon. And she'll be like, all right, guys, I've cleaned this up as best I can for you. It's not perfect, but you know, you're going to have to travel in this thing, and might as well try and not be absolutely disgusting. You're welcome.
Thank you. That is kind.
Happy to help. Is there anything else you guys need?
Well, do you have a bunch of food?
I know you asked about that. I was going to help. Our food was on the other wagon, of course.
How about some wood or stones?
God damn it.
It rhymes with food.
She'll kind of look around and she's like, you want me to go get you some wood and stones?
If I have to stay, I could go gather them myself. Grunkle not feel like he can gather them himself right now, even if you allowed him to.
Okay.
But a Grunkle not good when his belly is empty. Wood and stone would do well.
Hey, Grunkle, I still had chain attached to me. No, wait, no, I didn't.
I will be
gonna give,
honest,
like, a
I was
squeeze to
thinking
his
in between
friends.
sessions trying to remember which shackles had been eaten. And what I realized is Grunkle broke himself free from you guys, didn't break anything else, but Torvekik had a moment and is no longer shackled, if you remember. So, she'll be like, Grunkle, your people fascinate me. I will gather up some, but I don't want to stray too far from camp.
I can help. Can't help you.
No, you stay
Sorry,
seated. It seems like you're providing comfort to your friends. The least I can do is provide comfort to
What are
mine.
you looking for?
What's that,
Friends.
Torvekik? You're muffled by my arm fat.
You just you like reached up to be like I could help, and you just pushed him into like your body.
What are we looking for? Sorry, I think I dozed off a little bit.
Well, Grunkle is not like most ogres. Most ogres, when they get hungry, they'll use the rations that are around them. He kind of gestures broadly.
Rebecca kind of just.
Grunkle, I'm going to squeeze my comrades close since they're still cuddling with me. Grunkle, make choice not to do that. Grunkle can eat wood and dirt and rock.
Just for reference, the rations he's talking about is me.
Pretty sure Grunkle's already established that dwarf, it does not taste good.
I wonder how you know that.
Rumor.
Again, for anyone out there, if anyone does fan art, just Grunkle and them two snuggled up outside a prison wagon.
And he's got flower tattoos.
Yeah, of course, can't forget that. Okay.
We ought to rest though.
Yeah, it seems like things are settling down. Like I said, I've described kind of what the law sense you're settling in for the night doing. You'll send this girl off to go pick up some sticks and stones for you. Is there anything else you guys are wanting to do here in this evening?
I want to send Kestrel on a little scout about
Absolutely.
around the area.
You want to roll for me?
Yeah.
Good idea.
Rebecca's kind of just too tired to really do anything else today. He's had a long day.
Absolutely. No doubt about that.
You roll?
Yeah, it's a 59. 59 is a good choice.
He's
Okay,
all
yeah.
four?
You have a 59% chance to succeed. You got a 74. That's not great. You have 1 fortune point remaining. I've rolled a couple times, but I haven't had to re-roll so far.
What do you think, Fred?
I vote yes.
I kind of want to save it, but I mean,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
go ahead.
Okay.
Hey, with the success
Thank
too.
goodness.
That's good. You try to contact Kestrel. You don't get anything. Oh, wait, there he is. As it seems he was out of range for a time. Is Kestrel a male or female? Should ask. Or because of the nature, is it either?
That.
Okay.
We'll go with either.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Because of the nature. Neither? Either? No one knows. Okay. So you try to contact Kestrel. You were not able to. And then the bird, it.
They, yeah.
Well, would it be if it's neither? I don't know how it would. I don't know things. We'll say the bird. The bird comes back in and goes back into range. It seems that it was. I'm gonna roll something. Hang on. I need to see if it was north or south and what information it would be bringing back to you. Oh, thanks, Jess, for letting me know.
Come on, Jess, don't fail me.
Just let me know. Okay. Okay. It was neither north or south from you. It was actually east from you. And as Kestrel flies back into range and you're able to communicate, what are you asking Kestrel to do first? You're
sure
contacting
there isn't any
Kestrel
immediate
with what?
danger.
Okay, danger.
Yeah, just get a general reading on the surrounding area that we've camped up at. See if there's any like buildings, any other signs of signal fires, like any other things out of the ordinary.
Kestrel immediately responds. Doesn't even have to search or look around. Immediately responds. I am going to ask you as a canonically going forward question. Do you want Kestrel, because Kestrel and your communication is between you and Kestrel.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to be saying that out loud, or do you want me to message it to you?
I like the idea of messaging it, but I don't want like the viewer experience to be incomplete.
True.
Because I know I would be confused if I was like watching it. And then that would mean another step for you, because you'd have to like copy the message on the screen or something.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. There is no. Okay.
Is there a way to make like a note private?
Yeah, if there was a way for me to just like message your character in Foundry, that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a way for me to do that right now. So until I find another option, I'm just gonna say it out loud, and you guys just don't know. Yeah. It's fine. Okay, so what you get back from Kestrel, and remember, you are not able to have like, it's not like full conversations or anything like that. It's very, it's emotions, feelings, quick thoughts, da da da. What you get back is, what would Kestrel's opinion on this be?
Helpful.
It would be, you would get back basically, look out. Coming. And you know that Kestrel came back from the east.
I want to bolt up and look in the direction and see if I can see anything.
Absolutely.
I can roll again?
No, we'll use your awareness. This is basically, your awareness that you would be able to use from. Did you? Yeah, you added your bonus from this too. Mm-hmm. Okay, sweet. So what you would see, and I'm going to roll if Neothandir would see this as he is also on watch. Okay. I don't really care to re-roll this. I could re-roll it just to give you guys a fortune point. Maybe I will, just to give you guys back a fortune point. I'm a nice GM. Don't ever say a GM. I call myself DM, GM, storyteller. I don't know what the proper term is here, but I'm going to use it. Not that I really care to, but literally just to give you guys back a fortune point that you guys can use. And I succeeded. It was worth it. Okay, cool. So Neothandir is just kind of chilling, looking around, and then at the same time you see it, Carwin, you probably would see that Neothandir has trekked. There is something in the woods to the east of you. It's staying just outside of like the light and the like eyesight range. Like in classic D&D, I know there's like your vision, dim light, and then darkness or whatever. It's staying like just past dim light. It seems to be knowing like where it can kind of stay hidden, and just every now and then you'd see like a shadow kind of move. With your success, I'm just gonna give it to you for that. That's what you get. Crit success, you would have got more. I'll leave it at that for now. So you do see something moving about east, just outside of eyesight, basically.
Is anyone gonna react to me just bolting up? No one has to. I'm just wondering.
Grunkle is struggling too, but he's tired.
Danger, I think. Not safe.
What is safe?
At this point, the woman, who will come back, and she'll drop a bundle of sticks and a handful of rocks that she was kind of cupping in her tunic, kind of holding it all, and she'll kind of drop it all. You've got maybe about 10 stones, and we'll say about like 15 sticks.
Yeah, Grunkle, since Carwin is no longer and his arms are bolted up, he'll reach in to start chomping on some sticks like they're beef jerky.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? Of course. I'm gonna roll something. Do you say anything to this woman before she moves on with her life?
Oh, yeah. Grunkle will immediately take like a stick and go, and then say, "Oh, thank you. What was your name again?"
Okay. And with that, I know when to roll. Okay. Let's see, you are leaned up against the cart. She is gonna sit down at your feet. How is Grunkle sitting? Now you were sat, I'm guessing, back against the prison wagon. You got one arm out, one arm eating. Are your legs crisscross straight out in front of you?
I think crisscross to kind of help form like sort of a cushioning for people who are on my sides.
Okay.
So like if I'm cushioning with my arm, it'll bring them into my side and my upper
Such a weird question to have to figure out how Grunkle is sitting, but it's worth it.
Grunkle is maximizing how much heat he can provide for them in this cold environment.
As this woman will sit down at your feet, basically sitting down in front of you, she's going to reach out, and as you're sitting crisscross, she is going to reach in and start massaging your foot, going from one foot to the other, unless you stop her. As she massages your foot, she'll be like, "My name is Selby. Pleasure to actually finally meet you."
Grunkle, confused by physical affection.
She's like, just trying to, ease some of the pain of the day. You guys went through a lot. Does this feel good? Do you need more pressure? I will say what Grunkle is feeling is actually really good. It's relieving a lot of like stress and tension off your body right now. Like she seems to know the like, God, there's a word for this. The like pivotal points. I can't remember what they're called, but
pressure points.
Yeah, like the pressure points to hit, to where like she would be massaging your foot, and all of a sudden like your shoulder starts feeling better.
Oh my god, my shoulder is my weak spot. It's weird that I hold it in my foot.
You hold it all in your foot. It's crazy. No, like it's not like, you know, game changing, but you know, you can feel it and it's like it's working.
Yeah, Grunkle was like, yes. It, very, very nice. It makes me feel like Rockar royalty.
That is great to hear. And she'll reach over and start doing the other foot. And she'll be like, I can help you with your view too next if you need it.
Norvekik needs it quite a bit.
Absolutely. And
He holds all of his rage in his feet.
in your feet, I was gonna ask if it was like it seemed like your back seemed, from what I could tell, it seemed like your back had been hurting.
Everything hurts right now, to be honest. I get tossed around pretty good. I don't know if a massage is going to help that.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, actually, Grunkle. Not that you really need it, but Grunkle, you are gonna move one step up your peril tracker.
Hell yeah. I'm slightly less green.
No, you're still green. She is
I
going
don't have
to...
anything at plus 2 ranks, so
she's going to move over and she's gonna basically be like, Torvekik, if you'll lay down on your stomach, if you will.
I don't think this is necessary, but if you think it'll help.
Doesn't hurt to try, does it?
Sometimes it does. Trust me.
She'll kind of lean in and she's gonna whisper in your ear in almost a way as if like a mother consoling her child, and is gonna be like, don't worry, my touch is a lot softer than Grunkle's.
That is good information to know. He's gonna lay down.
Watch me totally botch this now.
your neck is broken.
Grunkle! She did botch it, but thankfully I have 3 misfortune points. She's gonna start working on your lower back, and it kind of pinches for a second. Okay, and then she's gonna just put her weight in, and like she's gonna like full on, like she's got like one leg on either side of you, and just like pushes her hands and runs them up your back, and you just feel this like pop 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 as your spine just kind of aligns and sets, and you just let out this deep breath as you just feel the weight that you've been carrying for the last who knows how long, probably like 2 months, just melt.
Well, that was interesting.
You feel better?
Oh, so much better.
Good.
I'm going to go to sleep now.
I don't know that you have. Yeah, your peril track is all the way up. You're good.
But your vibes are improved.
Good vibes, no longer bad vibes. Okay. As they're all playing a game, she's massaging, Nealthandir's on watch. We move back to Carwin. Carwin, what are you doing?
As she was massaging them, I just slowly walked away, and I wanted to join Nealthandir at like the watch.
Okay. Yeah,
Seems like he saw what I saw.
he's basically standing over, just leaning against a tree, and you saw him like look over at the same time that you looked over, and then he kind of looks back. So you approach him.
Mhm.
What do you want?
Did you see the woods?
Do I see the woods?
East?
Oh. You saw that?
You saw? Yeah. Yes. I did.
You got good
What?
eyes.
Thank you. What is?
You're a funny little creature, aren't you?
Thank you.
You roll scrutinize for me, if you will.
Okay.
Standard.
Standard. Okay.
would you like to reroll?
I would like to.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm
You got a
allowed to.
49% chance. It is your turn. You do what you want.
Yeah. I'm using a lot of them now.
Hey!
That's how it goes sometimes for
That's
us.
worth it.
At least you're using
Sometimes it's a
them
grunkle heavy.
to a success, yeah. You cannot get a read on this guy, and then it starts to click. It's a very familiar vibe, but a little weird. The vibe that you're not able to pick up takes a second. Then you realize very clearly this guy has no idea what to make of you. Like, he seems very confused by you. He doesn't know if he's like, are we friends? Do I be mean to you? Like, are you a pointless person who's just in my way? Are you gonna help me? Like, you were able to see that thing? Like, he has no idea what to make of you. Completely confused. And then the part that you weren't able to pick up, you start to kind of get. While he is completely confused by you, he also hasn't taken his eyes off you. As Nealthander looks at you and he's like,
Something here?
I think when I rolled him, okay, he did not get a critical success, so he's going to be like, do you think it's one of those hunger shades? Is that what you called them?
Hunger shades.
You know what these things are.
Sure. Yes, I know. They...
Do I want to know how you know?
They like fear?
That checks out.
Fear.
Well, he's going to turn around and look at the camp and he goes, you think we're afraid still?
Yes. Some.
Then he'll look out towards the woods and be like, then why aren't they attacking?
Are you fear?
He'll look back at you and he'll be like, my life doesn't really afford fear anymore.
Yes.
You've done what I've done. Maybe it's not so much that I'm not afraid, it's just, it's a constant state of being. If that makes sense.
Yes. I want to do something a bit stupid and give him a hug. At that very sad admission.
Okay. I'm going to need a charm check from Carwin.
She's trying.
I'm going to need
Oh.
it's not standard, but either
Not
way
a
you would have
standard.
failed. Would you like to reroll? You have one fortune point remaining.
No.
No.
I can roll it the correct way. Or okay.
It's going to be.
Grunkle is telling me
I'll
to
tell you right
reroll
now. It's
from
going to
across
be.
the camp.
It's going to be a challenging check, so it's going to be a 24% or less.
Reroll.
I want to do it.
Okay.
So should I do it?
I would just roll it
Reroll
the
or-
correct way. Yeah. So go to charm, change it to challenging, and I'll move this point over.
Okay.
Oh, you were so close, though.
Fuck!
You were so close, though.
God damn it, Neon Thrall Deer.
That's why
You
it
need to
doesn't
fuck
work.
open up to
Grunkle
people who
told me the
talk
wrong
to you.
game.
As you lean in to hug him, a hand goes against your face, and he goes,
Piece of shit.
you know what these things are. Do you want to go check on it?
He's scared.
Of course. But you seem to be around these things. Maybe you're not as scared as the rest of us. Maybe it won't kill you. And if it kills you, maybe it gives us time to escape.
nice.
No.
Are you?
No.
Sad.
So, kind of nudge you eastward.
I want to send Kestrel out again. If I can send him directly, like send them directly at that spot where I had seen something. If possible.
Okay. Now, as a DM, I have to think, how high does Kestrel fly and how high can this thing jump?
I can...
Do we have... I think we have Kestrel's fly. We do. We do have Kestrel's fly. Okay.
How high do birds fly?
Let's
Not your bird, you don't know.
see.
Well, I was asking that as a player more as like I don't know that much about birds. I know they have wings.
I don't know much about birds either, but what I'm going to gauge is that its maximum fly
About
speed
100 meters.
is going to be how high it can fly without
330
strenuating itself.
feet.
330 feet.
That's really high.
That's not that.
Well, he can't jump that high, so.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's true.
It's high enough. Let's just say
Good enough.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do a roll. I'll be honest, I have too many things going on. I don't remember exactly what you need to roll, but I think you have it all on your sheet, so you should be.
Awareness?
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah. Your awareness check, yes, for Kestrel. I just don't remember the perks that you get from your character build.
It's just plus. I go up one.
Yeah, okay. So at this, it would be routine. It would be routine after your bonus, sorry.
Oh.
So don't,
Okay, after
yes.
bonus,
Yeah.
So not good.
Not, routine's pretty good. Oh, you
Yeah,
didn't
well,
roll
it's a
very
good roll, but 83 out of 59.
Yeah, I didn't see the roll. Sorry. Yeah, 83 out of 59. As Kestrel flies out, the only thing you get back is hiding. Seems like it's hiding from Kestrel. As you see Neothandir kind of pulls his spear that was leaning against the tree into his hand and kind of watches.
I'm gonna turn back and look at him. It's hiding?
Do they normally do
Hiding.
that?
They smart. Plan. Watch.
He's gonna look back to the camp and he'll be like, we need to make sure we're at least safe for tonight. Go see what you can find. Let us know.
Come with me.
Then who else is watching camp?
Danger there.
You think there's only one danger out here?
At this time. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Crazy lady, I'll stay on watch. You can just go look. Get a closer look. You don't need to go get killed. You seem somewhat competent, and right now we kind of need that, so. Somewhat.
I'm just gonna glare and stomp off in the snow.
God, if
I
anyone
give a
does
little
fan
kiss on-
art.
I give a kiss on Torvekic's head as she stomps off in the snow. We're both
Torvekic's-
asleep.
I'm wearing shoes.
Oh, you guys
by
fell
the
asleep.
way.
Torvekic fell asleep while getting a massage.
Grunkle sleep kisses him on the head. Like
Um,
Grunkle feels the warmth and just
Okay. You're stomping off eastwards?
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Yeah.
Would you like to do this? Well, you're stomping, so I'm guessing not very silently.
No.
Yeah.
She's a bit frustrated.
Okay. You're going to stomp off eastwards in the snow. As you do, you are going to eventually reach kind of the this like rocky outcropping. Are you centered on screen? I put you in the middle. Okay.
Perfect.
You were going to reach this rocky outcropping, kind of this overlook. And this is kind of the last place you saw the shadow kind of moving around. I am going to need an awareness check as you look around. And you can use Kestrel if you want. Kestrel's with you.
Yeah.
Ish. Okay.
Thank goodness.
As you're looking around, you don't see anything at first until you feel a shiver go up your spine. And it's at this point that how is Carwin's memory?
Ooh. That's a loaded question.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So from your perspective, how would you describe her memory?
spotty.
Okay.
Most memories that she has is negative,
Okay.
kind of haunted by her memory, but simple things she forgets pretty easily.
Go ahead and give me a folklore check.
Okay. At standard?
Mm-hmm. Routine for this one. Oh, no kidding! Our first crit of this session.
For all
Okay.
those failures, she's starting to make up for it.
Okay. Let me make sure that that transferred. Hang on. It didn't. Okay. Okay. Carwin. You remember. This is a very familiar feeling. This shiver going up your spine. Not in that this is your friend, but kind of like a friend of a friend. As around the rocky outcropping steps a massive swamp dragon.
Oh, here we go again.
As it silently, I mean, this thing's hulking massive big, but its feet kind of crunching the snow underneath it. It kind of moves silently, but the shockwave it kind of gives with each step, whether it tries to or not, is what the force is that gives a shiver up your spine. As you see this thing come creeping around the rocky outcropping, and it opens its mouth and speaks to you. You are friend.
Friend.
Gorthok. Where?
No. Don't know.
Haven't seen danger, maybe.
Danger. Can I, switch languages?
You already are.
Well, I wouldn't be struggling if I was,
Yeah, true. Did you see what I added to your character sheet?
I did not. I don't see anything.
Did you close it and reopen it?
let me do that. Quickly.
In your languages?
Not seeing anything. There we go. Now it's showing up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your critical success folklore unlocked this, as
Oh.
you already are changed languages.
Okay.
This thing is speaking in that language.
Danger.
Yes. Ygrimmir. Dead.
Dead?
Yes. End of time.
Oh. Gone? All of them?
I do not know. But, and he's gonna kind of look around and you see he's looking at like the winter storm and blizzard and he goes, Permafrost. Ice Age. Danger.
I see.
You need find friends, find shelter.
Yes.
Atlas, go north, past Deadhead Peaks. Your critical success is going to tell you everything you need to know about this. As he mentions things, things are picking up. Do I need to explain anything about Gorthok?
Not really.
Okay, you would have picked up that.
I mean, you can if you want to refresh, but.
Gorthok, you know, was a champion of the Fae. Gorthok was Gorthok was sent out on a quest basically to find and save the Fae from a plague corruption thing that was spreading around. He was never seen again. He mentioned Ygrimmir. Do I need to remind you of anything on that?
Not really.
Okay. And then basically he's saying, yeah, with the Ygrimmir's death, the permafrost was unleashed. And basically an ice age just started. And it seems that he is heading north to try and weather it out, trying to survive it. He is heading past the Deadhead Peaks. Now, with your critical success, I'm going to tell you the Deadhead Peaks are basically a natural barrier of mountains to the north in the Freelands. You have never traveled past them. That is the line of where your travel has stopped. Because no one who has traveled past the Deadhead Peaks has ever returned. No one knows why, but no one who's ever gone that far has ever returned, so everyone just kind of assumes it's like end of the world, death, whatever. Atlas is saying he's going past there to hopefully survive the permafrost.
Can you bring us with you? Me and
No.
friends.
You die. Atlas can't protect friends.
I see.
You kind of look around and goes, must survive. Alice will come back when safe.
Okay. I understand.
Be safe, friend.
You too. Be safe, friend.
And with that, the swamp dragon will turn and travel north out into the darkness. Whoa. would Carwin like to do, as you were the only one still awake?
Well, I'm gonna return to the camp.
Okay.
A lot less frustrated, a lot less stompy. A lot more hopeful. Are they all like sitting around the fire? Are the Lost Sons trying to sleep? What's going on with them?
Yeah, actually everyone's pretty exhausted, so it looks like Nealthandir is still on watch. Everyone else is asleep, besides Radek, who's still wide-eyed open, just staring at the sky.
Okay. I'll go up to Nealthrindir. It's
You're gonna
safe
it's
for
safe.
now. Safe.
You're
Cold.
sure?
Sinking in. Bad.
Good.
Bad cold.
No kidding about that. It's like
North.
it's getting colder every day.
Safe. Yes.
North is safe.
You sleep? I watch?
Without even needing the roll, you can tell he wants to say yes. He is exhausted. He's gonna turn and look at the prisoners. And he'll turn and look at you and he'll be like, I don't think you fully understand what's going on here.
They killed
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Someone calls that a crime, and someone paid us to come get them, so we're taking them to justice, so they say.
You think they bad?
Them?
Them.
Fuck no. They're heroes where we come from, but paid to do a job, you know?
Why? Your honor die? Money?
No honor, just following orders. Captain Blackheart got paid, Lost Sons do the job.
She lost?
For now, wrong side of the bridge. I kind of look back towards the bridge, I'm like, hopefully she comes back soon.
Sorry.
I hope.
Me too. Gods know we need her.
What do if gone?
Well, Sir Gregory would have been second in command, but he's with her.
Jess? You?
None of these fucks would follow me. Jess is probably our best bet. Titus would be a good choice, but not as combat proud as Jess.
You sharp. Too sharp to lead.
My background's a little too dark. Can't lead this group. Jess is good. She'd have my vote. Hopefully it doesn't come to that.
She good. Yes. I hope.
You wake me if these two try to act up?
Yes.
We lost all our supplies, so this paycheck is basically what's going to help us survive. We lose them, we lose everything.
No, you can't pull something out like this. I want to take off my backpack and give him my bedroll. Temporarily.
He'll take it and he'll kind of be like, he looks to you and then looks to Radek and he'll look back to you and be like, mine?
Not so mean. Go ahead.
Don't tell anyone. He's gonna lay out the bedroll. He's gonna move Radek's body over onto it, and then he's gonna take a seat next to that tree, kind of directly staring at Grunkle and Torvekik. You can see he's trying to keep his eyes open, but in a matter of seconds, he basically drifts off. And that is where we're going to wrap up episode 13 of King's Crossing. Thank you to my players for joining me for this ride. Hopefully a little bit of a stress relief on this one from our most recent episodes. Huge shout out to our patrons for making this episode possible. If you guys want, you can go over to Patreon and support us. We've got all kinds of bonus content over there, including exclusive one-shot games that we're doing over there. You get to see all the early access content. You also get behind-the-scenes discussions of this very campaign, where players and myself get to discuss all the ins and outs and ask questions and kind of break down some of the episodes. It's a lot of fun. So head over to the Patreon, support us there, check it out, and we'll see this group back in episode 15. Thank you once again. Later.
Adios.